Your Honor, this is Mr. Valentine, whose matters, I believe, are at the end of the calendar, numbers 26, 27, and he has declined counsel and would like to proceed on his own. I believe my office had been this matter before.
Yeah, Mr. Valentine, you had an attorney appointed, and then you didn't come back the way we needed to come back way back in March. So you got an attorney sitting there, an experienced criminal defense attorney might help you. Would you like to take the advantage of having Thurston County Public Defense represent you again?
No, ma'am.
Can you tell me why?
Because I would like to proceed sui juris, because I believe I have my best interests, and I don't think anyone else in this court has my best interests for me.
Hold up, did he just say he doesn't believe anyone in the court has his best interest at heart? Newsflash, that's not what the court is for. The court's job is justice, not friendship. But this kind of line is classic sovereign citizen ideology where distrust of the system meets a cocktail of legal misunderstanding and internet rabbit holes. Buckle up.
All right, well, first, there are a couple of warrants. I'm going to turn to the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Abid, first, and see what their recommendation is on this warrant return, and then I'll turn to you. So I'll just allow you to represent yourself today as you want to. Mr. Abid?
Your Honor, the state would object to releasing Mr. Valentine, and the alternative the state asked the court set substantial bail on both of these matters. The first one, ending in the cause number 693, is a case, is an old case. Mr. Valentine, I'm seeing, has substantial failure to appear history. This is
Quick audience check-in. Have you been following this guy's antics from the start? Or is this your first time meeting Mr. Valentine? Let me know in the comments if you've seen sovereign citizens in action before and what was the wildest thing they claimed.
Your Honor. Mr. Valentine was on warrant status for a significant period of time. In March, the court issued a $15,000 warrant on each case. The court, Your Honor, or the state, Your Honor, asks that the court impose bail in the same amount as the warrants.
And this is first DUI from November of 2021, and then the second allegation, January of 2024.
Correct.
And were these, one, it appears, was an allegation of a breast sample of 0.14, and the other from 2024, do you know the allegation?
My notes show that the 2024 allegation was included a refusal.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Valentine, what the state's asking me to do is have you post about $30,000 cash or a bond bail, and consider those same restrictions that were on you before, that you show up at pretrial services, that you stay clean and sober, you stay law-abiding, you give UAs, you be on a device that's attached to your person to make sure you're not consuming alcohol. What do you have to say?
I object to that, Your Honor. I did make my best effort to show up at court, even when I didn't show up because I was confused about the dates. The clerk told me the wrong date. I showed up. I gave the clerk a letter. I wrote a letter to the court, and I also wrote counterclaims and responses to the State Attorney General's office, and I got no response from either. I went to try to squash the warrant. They told me that they wouldn't squash the warrant. They wanted me to either turn myself in, or they wanted to get me to pay more bonds. I have absolutely no problem showing up and representing myself. As far as what was the next thing? As far as these charges that are against me, I wanted to be clear that I am not a person. I'm not a legal entity. I'm a living man, and I want to enforce my constitutional rights. I have the right to drive without a license. I don't need a license. The Supreme Court has proven that many times. And it is also my understanding that this is a Nisi Prius court, and I would like to implement Rule Nisi. If the prosecutor has a valid contract between us, I would like him to produce it. If not, I do not wish to contract with any members of the
There it is. I am not a person. I am a living man. Asterisk, if I had a nickel for every time a sovereign citizen said that, I'd own my own courthouse by now. This isn't just bizarre. It's dangerous when used as a legal strategy. And yet, here we go again.
Mr. Valentine, I'm going to hold you on $15,000 cash or bond bail on each of these independently. So you'd have to post bond to be released, as I find that you're a risk to reoffend and a risk to commit, another DUI or vehicular assault or homicide, given the history, while under the influence. So you're a danger to the community is what I'm finding. And you don't come back when we order you to come back, and you don't comply with court orders. So $15,000 cash or bond has to be posted on each one of these separately. And then you have to get yourself into pretrial services within 48 hours of release and have a scram device attached, stay clean and sober, stay law abiding, in order to stay out of custody. No alcohol, no marijuana, no non-prescribed drugs, no bars or taverns. And don't drive unless you have a good license and proof of insurance. I'm going to set another court date. We would do this.
What jurisdiction is this court operating under, Your Honor?
Thurston County District Court here in the state of Washington.
Well, what jurisdiction are you trialing me under?
What jurisdiction? Thurston County District Court, Thurston County, state of Washington.
That's not what, is this under a common law jurisdiction?
I'll have you research all that yourself, sir. I'm not going to argue with you. I have jurisdiction over you and over this matter.
So is this court operating common law, ma'am?
I'm talking to my clerk. 1 second. And make it clear, good, that he's proceeding pro se and that we need to do.
I am not pro se. I'm seri juris.
All right. You're proceeding without an attorney.
Did you take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, ma'am? The supreme law of the
I
land?
sure did. I take it every time I get reelected, and I take it very seriously. Very seriously.
Are you going to be honoring that
No,
oath
it's
today,
just
ma'am?
free trial, and then we'll get it set for confirmation and jury dates.
Are you honoring that oath today, ma'am?
I sure am. And I do it every day.
So you think I'm a person?
I sure do.
So you think I can be bought and sold and regulated? You think I'm a persona, that I live in the likeness of a...
So let's review. He refuses to identify as pro se, denies the court's jurisdiction, and starts grilling the judge on constitutional oaths. But here's the kicker. The judge isn't flustered. She's seen this show before, and she's not handing over the mic.
I think you're a human being and you're covered by the laws of the state of Washington.
A human being and a person are two different things.
No, I'm not interested in semantics. So
I'm trying to get down to the facts, ma'am.
you can define things the way you want, but the law is not agreeing with you. All right, we're going to be back on September 20th, 1:30. We'll probably talk some more about your decision to represent yourself, and that's fine. But don't be surprised if whichever judge is there has another discussion with you about that. And at any time, you can ask the court to appoint an attorney. Anytime you can hire an attorney to represent you too. You're not prevented from that.
One attorney.
So we'll be back on September 20th, and you need to be back in court. If you're still in custody, we'll hear you in custody. And if you do post bond, you have an obligation to get into pretrial services within 48 hours and comply with them for sobriety monitoring. And that substance use monitoring program will pay for the scram device.
Can we change the venue, ma'am, for lack of jurisdiction?
Well, you'll have to file all your motions in writing, and then you serve them as well on the prosecuting attorney, and then we'll set motion hearings.
I don't have the resources to do that in custody, ma'am.
I think you do.
I don't. There's not much paper here. There's no computers I can use, no printers. They're not giving me post stamps.
Offering you Thurston County Public Defense's assistance, I
To
could.
deny the right to defend myself. You want me to hire someone else to do it? I'm of sound
I'm
mind and
not
body
denying that,
myself.
and I'm not going to argue with you, sir. So, at any time, we can talk about standby counsel
ever
and
want
talk
an attorney.
about counsel.
Everyone represented. I will continue to proceed sui juris.
All right, that's up to you. All right, so we're done today, and those orders will be given to you in the jail.
All right, I don't consent to any of those orders.
This right here is the most ironic twist of the day. He accuses the judge of intimidation, but she's literally trying to protect him from the consequences of his own decisions. It's like ignoring a lifeguard while you drown because you believe you're a mermaid.
Ms. Moore, is Mr. Valentine, is that Mr. Valentine with you by chance?
Yes, it is.
This is Mr. Valentine,
Okay.
Your Honor, wishes to proceed without counsel.
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah,
I'd like to-
hold on. I'll let you know when I need to hear from you.
okay.
So Ms. Moore, has your office appointed somebody to replace Mr. Gaslin?
Your Honor, we were not appointed at the last hearing, and I'm not asking for appointment today as Mr. Valentine is declining representation. I have
Okay,
advised.
well, okay,
He wants
I'll take care of it. Thank you. Mr. Valentine, as Ms. Moore has indicated, you've told her you want to represent yourself. I'll tell you that's a huge mistake. I will treat you like you graduated from law school. I'm going to guess that because you're sitting there next to Ms. Moore, you have not graduated from law school, but you will be treated as if you had, which means I will expect you to know everything that I expect every lawyer to know. I will expect you to do the things that I expect every lawyer to do. I will expect you not to do any of the things that a lawyer is expected not to do. All that means that you haven't been trained in those areas.